Hi everyone. I just did a live with a friend of mine who's a nutritionist specializing in fertility, Noelia, and it was a great live around endometriosis. And at the end of the live, which was done in Portuguese, so soon it will be it will be very available on my YouTube channel. So just bear with me as I download it and put it on YouTube with subtitles so you can have a look at it. It was very interesting. She talked about the nutrition part and I talked about the emotional part attached to endometriosis. Something that's really interesting and I wanted to pop up just to give you this is that at the end of the live I gave a few questions that you can ask yourself right now. So I'm popping up to tell you about the questions. So we talked about endometriosis and the questions that I asked were, and just bear with me, I have them here, so we're going to read through them. Just before I start, there's something that's very important that I want to leave you here with this idea, is you know that the uterus, you can look at it as a home. So we've lived as babies in that home, and this is also the home of our babies, right? So the whole idea around the fact that something's going on there, you know, that our body is telling us that something's not working the right way and that this area of our body needs to be looked at very seriously, because it's telling us, like screaming, right, with the pain, the physical and the emotional pain that's attached to endometriosis. We need to look at everything that's linked to home, which can be what used to be our home when we were babies, right, growing up, or to the home that we are going to give to that baby that we want. Okay, so the questions are all around that. The first question is, how is the relationship with my mother? So truth is, if my uterus is the reflection of my home as a child, and the future home of my baby, that's what I invite you to have a look at. So the relationship with your mother. Is there any conflict in the relationship and in relation to my identity, who I am, who I want to be, and who I have to be for my parents, and most specifically to my mother in this case? So that's the first question. The second one is, do I have doubts about my capacity to become a mother? So maybe not all of the questions will make sense to you, but what I invite you is to, take a pen and paper and answer all of them and see if one resonates. If one makes like, wow, what's happening here? I can understand that there's something going on there. And I invite you to have a look at it. A deeper look. So the next question, do I have any doubts or fear around my relationship? So these are very important questions to ask ourselves, because sometimes we so much want to have a baby that we don't look at how is our relationship. And maybe our body wants us to look at it in a deeper way. The next one. Am I afraid of bringing a baby into this home, that the family I will give to my baby is not perfect or good enough? And again, this won't be conscious things that you may be thinking of, and this question might seem strange for you. But if again I take a look at my uterus as being my home, the reflection of my home, then first there is me, my identity, Then there is my relationship. Then there is my, the extended family. Okay, and that's where that comes. Okay. Then, do my aspirations and my life as a couple make me afraid that a child will change everything in my life? So that's also a question that we don't usually look at. But if I have a very great relationship at the moment, am I afraid that this might change? And this sometimes happens, what I see in couples is that maybe you've seen somebody that had their relationship completely transformed after they got a baby. Maybe it was good before and it was not so good after. So just have a look at it and see if you're afraid to lose that great relationship that you have because of that baby that's to come or that you want to come. And the last question is, so we're talking about my identity, my relationship, and my extended family. And the last one, do I have some kind of difficulty in accepting the world in which I live, being afraid to bring my baby into this world? So again, the home, okay, viewed in a bigger way, but it's still everything about home. So these are the questions that I invite you to, take a pen and paper and answer. And maybe one, you'll see, oh no, there's no problem about that. But maybe another one will make you understand that there's something that you need to look deeper. And the thing is that consciously, I know most of you consciously want a baby, right? If you're on this fertility path, right? I know not all of you will be. And all of these questions anyway need to be answered in that sense. But if you want to have a baby, it's very important that you understand that everything that's happening inside of your body is a way of your body screaming and telling you that something needs to be looked at. So if consciously you want a baby, but then there are things that are happening, right, health-wise in this case, and that unconsciously, your body wants to protect you because it thinks that having a baby will have an impact in any theme around what we've just talked about. If it's going to have an impact in your relationship, if it's going to have an impact with regards to the relationship you have with your mom, if you doubt about yourself, about your capacity to be a mom, anything around that, it can be anything. Then it's like, you want something and you're going this way, but your body wants something else for you. It wants to protect you, and then it wants to move this way. And it doesn't work like that. What we need to do is for everybody to go on the same direction, right? Either this one or this one. But it's the only way that can work. And the direction that you need to follow is the direction that you want, that you decide. So that's very important, just to write down all of these questions. I'm going to put them in comments as well, so it's easier to have access to them. And what I invite you to do is really take a few minutes, understand that there is, nobody needs to see those answers. They're just for you. Take a time, answer them, see if anything pops up. You can share anything with me, like in comments, or DM me if you have any question around that. I'm very happy to help you throughout this exercise, and make sure you do it. That's just the thing. Okay. So over the next few hours, I hope I can have the video of the live released on my YouTube channel, so you can have a look as well and see the whole live around endometriosis and have fun doing these questions. I really think they will help you understand if there's anything going on emotionally around this way that your body have decided to talk to you. Because that's really that. That's a way that your body has found for you to listen to it. So the biggest advice, the best advice I can give you is listen to it and see what comes up as you answer these questions. Okay, lots of love. Speak to you soon. Bye.